Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Okay, so today we're going deep on something pretty interesting.
Hmm.
We're talking Thailand real estate.
All right.
Now, from what I've been reading, and we've got some great sources here, by the way, like Nation, Thailand, Asia Property Awards, Invest Asian things are a little shaky,
Oh, yeah.
and Thailand Business News.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a mixed bag, and I think it'll be interesting to see what you think by the end of this.
Looking forward to it.
So basically, the mission today is to unpack what's causing this downturn, who it's impacting, because it's not everyone, believe it or not,
Yep.
and what solutions are on the table, what are people thinking about doing about it.
Right.
So the first thing, and this is a big one, is that Thailand's real estate market is expected to take a pretty significant hit in 2024,
Mm-hmm.
like a 20% drop,
Wow.
which is
That's huge.
worst downturn in a decade.
Yeah, definitely not something to take lightly.
Especially, no, this is interesting. This is mostly in the Bangkok condo market.
Right.
Like, new launches are projected to be some of the slowest in over a decade.
Yeah. I mean, some people are calling this a perfect storm.
Really?
You know, we've even got people like Prasert Taidulai Satit, the president of the Thai Condominium Association, saying that...
So this is serious.
Definitely.
So we've got this perfect storm you mentioned,
Mhm.
and I think it's important to break that down a little bit.
Okay.
So we've got these three big economic factors.
Mhm.
High interest rates, which are never good for real estate.
Nope.
Rising inflation, which affects everyone.
For sure.
And then stricter lending policies from the banks,
Right.
which always makes things more difficult.
Absolutely.
So maybe you can talk us through each of those, starting with those interest rates.
Sure. So the Bank of Thailand has these rates sitting at 2.50% right now,
Oh, wow.
which is a decade high.
Wow.
And what that does is it just makes borrowing money super expensive.
Right.
For developers, that means new projects are just way more expensive.
Makes sense.
And for people who want to buy, it makes those mortgages, well, pretty hefty.
Yeah, for sure. Then there's inflation, which just adds fuel to the fire.
It really does.
It's driving up construction costs, so developers have to spend more to build.
Right.
But then at the same time, everyone's feeling the pinch. Their money isn't going as far as it used to.
Right.
So even if you could get a mortgage, can you even afford to buy anything?
Exactly. It's a tough situation all around.
And then to top it all off, we've got banks being super cautious with loans.
Yeah.
Like way more loan rejections.
Makes sense, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, they don't want people defaulting.
Exactly. They're trying to protect themselves.
But it makes it that much harder to get into the market.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got this, like, really challenging situation for most people.
Yeah.
But then there's this weird thing happening.
What's that?
The luxury market,
Oh, yeah.
it's doing great.
It is.
It's immune to all of this.
In a way.
Like, how does that even make sense?
Well, think about it. The people buying these luxury properties, they're usually wealthy individuals or foreign investors. They're not really as affected by these rising interest rates.
Yeah, I guess so.
And some might even see this as a time to invest.
Like a safe bet.
Exactly, a haven in all this uncertainty.
That's interesting.
And developers have caught on, of course.
Of course.
They're shifting their focus towards this luxury market
Makes sense.
because they know the demand is there.
Right, right.
I mean, they're expecting to finish almost 2,800 new luxury units in 2024.
Wow.
And very few of those are expected to stay unsold.
So it's like a whole different world.
It really is.
So while a lot of people are struggling, developers are just building for those who can still spend big.
Pretty much.
But what about everyone else? What can be done to help the average person who wants to buy a home?
Well, the government is definitely aware of the problem.
They gotta be.
And there are a few potential solutions they're tossing around.
Okay, like what?
One big one is tax relief.
Oh, interesting.
So basically, reducing those property transfer and mortgage fees, making buying a home more affordable.
So like a sale,
Yeah, kind of.
trying to attract more buyers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's also talk of easing those loan-to-value ratios, the LTVs.
Oh, right. LTVs.
So imagine you want to buy a house for, let's say, $100,000.
Okay.
The LTV determines how much the bank will actually lend you.
Right.
So if the ratio is 80%, the bank gives you $80,000, but you have to come up with the other $20,000 yourself.
Gotcha.
So by easing these ratios, people wouldn't need as much for a down payment,
Yeah.
making it way easier to actually qualify for a mortgage.
Especially for first-time buyers.
Exactly. It could be huge for them.
Makes sense.
And there's also a focus on helping low-income buyers.
Oh, good.
Things like providing soft loans with better terms and increasing those down payment refunds.
That's great. That's really important.
Yeah, definitely trying to make it possible for everyone to participate.
It's like a tale of two markets.
Yeah.
Luxury doing its own thing, almost separate.
Right.
And then everyone else, with the government trying to step in and help.
Absolutely. A fascinating situation.
It really is. It's like, what's going to happen?
Right. What do you think?
I don't know. It's tough to say.
Will these measures actually work?
Yeah. Will it be enough?
Is Thailand's real estate market headed for even more trouble?
Lots of questions. Not a lot of answers yet.
But definitely something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely.
And who knows, maybe some of these solutions will actually create some unexpected opportunities.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes good things come out of tough situations.
Fingers crossed.
So, listeners, what do you think?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
Drop us a line. Tell us your take on all this. We'd love to hear from you.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive. But until then,
Keep those brains working.
stay curious.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.